Have you seen that replay, buddy?
All right, man, I'm done talking to you.
You can't be done talking to me right here facing me.
I back. Trust me, I back.
Dana! 60 G's, baby!
But I'm not impressed by your performance.
It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I'm the man of the hour, Joe. Too sweet to be sour. What you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet. I'm the women's pick. I'm the men's regret. And if you win against Chael Sonnen, you made a bad bet.
I don't have much left to say other than you have seen nothing yet.
What's going on, everybody? We are back with the boys. I like how McDane just slid in right there during the intro. We are live, folks. Me and the boys are live. This is S-Dogs MMA Talk, and we are doing our first live here together. We're going to recap UFC 308 this weekend, folks. I got a couple subjects right here we're going to touch on. Get the boys' opinions, see what they think about this past weekend, how life has been since this past weekend. What do we see going forward, and just all in life. Let me go ahead and get to the boys. We got about 6 people in right now. McDane, since you slid in right there on that little 30-second intro and you're sipping on a Coca-Cola, what you got going on right now, brother?
Life is shit, bro. Life is shit.
Jesus. Way to start it off with high vibes.
Fucking phone, dead. Can't even get the fucking thing to turn back on. There's 3 years of kids' photos down the fucking drain. You know what I mean? It's been a shit day.
Take it
Especially coming off a weekend of Max Holloway getting KO'd, Yao going off his head, crossover sitting with a smile on his face, Chimaev breaking Robert Whittaker's jaw, bending his teeth backwards, to then my phone just going, do you know what? I'm out. Like,
folks, I wish I could tell you this was pre-talked about, but literally you're hearing it just like we're hearing it. Live and up front right here. McDane, I'm so sorry to hear about your phone. I do got DMs.
I'm not even asked about the phone. I'm not asked about the phone. The device, I'll chuck it out the window. I'm not bothered about the device.
Prove
what's
it.
on the device? I ain't got a window.
But look,
it's what's on the device that counts.
Look, yeah. I'll tell you what though about crossover smiling. I got DMs from this dude sending me just horrific videos and laughing his ass off. I'm over here in the darkest trenches I've ever been in. I've been in the closet for 48 straight hours crying. And as I'm doing it, this man is just spamming me Ilia Topuria knockouts and loving it. So I guess before I go to Ola, crossover, I guess you're having a fucking great Monday since this weekend was so lovely for you.
Well, I'm just saying, I went 5-0 on the main card, so it was a good night for you, boy. But yeah, I had a great weekend, man. I really enjoyed the card. Even though it didn't go how a lot of people wanted to go, I still thought the fights were entertaining.
Bro, the fights were amazing. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. On one of the topics I got right here is this one of the best cards of the year? I know it's recency bias, but boys, I can't wait to go through the card together with y'all because from top to bottom, fucking hitters. Every fight was fucking amazing, and there's a couple fights that could be the fight of the year. But before we get into all that, my brother, the Fight Week show. Ola, how are we feeling, my man? And thank you for joining, my bro.
Yeah, man, come on. We always pull up for our boy whenever we can. And we're here tonight. You know what I mean? Let's chop it up, man. Let's talk about it. It's been a bad week when you're talking about your favorite fighters and you just seeing them getting dealt with by some hungry lions, man. But that's how it is in the jungle, man. That's how it is in the jungle. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's wild in the jungle, bro. But we here to talk about it, man. We here to talk about it.
Bro, I can't wait to get into it, boys. We're about to go ahead and get into that first fight. McDane, you got to fucking bring your energy up over there. We were having a good conversation. You come in here. I see your face over there, and you're bringing my fucking vibes down, all right? I'm ready to have this therapy session, and I'm not going to start it like that.
Mate, this is how therapy sessions start. People walk in, and they're all deflated. By the end of it, I'll be smiling, brother.
Also, he lives in Scotland, folks, so that sucks as well. So that's probably a main reason why he's depressed. But before we get into these fights, before I tell Ola to pull these fights up, everyone, we are live. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, you're not even a real MMA fan. But let's help your boys out here. We got crossover MMA at the bottom. We got the fight we show to the right of me. We got the rambling dad who is eventually going to get a little bit happier here in a minute. And folks, let's fucking do this. Ola, if you can for me, go ahead and pull that first fight up, brother. Because this was amazing. This was an amazing fight to start the card. I know a lot of people are upset with the result and saying it's a robbery, but crossover, give me your thoughts on this fight, bro, and who you had going into it, my man.
So going into the fight, I took Rinat Fakhretdinov. 100% this fight was a robbery. Like, I think best case scenario, Carlos Leal won 30-27, but worst case, he won 29-28. Like, there was no way that Rinat Fakhretdinov won 2 rounds of this fight. Like, absolutely not. Like, you look at if you actually watch the fights, the heavier strikes landed for Leal. He was controlling the center of the octagon, stopping. I think he stopped I think he only got taken down like once or twice, but got right back to his feet. And even when a decision was raised, both fighters were in shock. And that's pretty much where I stand at on it.
McDane?
Yeah, pretty much what he just said there. Yeah, I mean, there's not an absolute chance in hell that Rinat won 2 rounds of that fight. It was obviously just because of where the fight was. You know what I mean? Like, the dude, we all came in, shocked everybody. I think most people were taking Rinat in that fight. You know what I mean? And this dude just turned up and absolute, like, personally, I would say, like, he dominated him. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't any moment where I thought Renat's going to win this fight. Like, it was all the way through it, and then as usual.
And you can't blame people, bro, for going for a knock. I mean, he hasn't lost in 11 fucking years. Hasn't lost a fight in 11 years, bro. And every fight he's been in has been a war, bonus worthy. But the dude he's fighting, I'll be real honest with y'all. I didn't have a whole lot of thoughts about Carlos going into this fight, but bro, that dude showed the fuck out. Ola, what were your thoughts on this, bro? And who did you have going in?
Yeah, I had Rinat going in, and we talked about geographical advantages going into this fight. We talked about a lot of the fighters. If your name ends in a V, it goes to decision. You're probably gonna get it. You know what I mean? So we kind of went into that on the prediction show as well. And but that's not to say those guys ain't gonna come in and throw down. And Rinat's one of them. But what we didn't expect was what Carlos did. And I thought, oh, okay, you know what? Like your boy that's going to be pulling up, what he did with Sean O'Malley, Chris Martinho, you're like, okay, you know what? I see you. I see you, because this brother puts everyone away.
Yeah.
He couldn't put you away, though. And you just showed me a lot of heart, you know? And that's what you see there with Carlos there. So whenever he pulls up again in the cage, we're definitely going to be taking notice, you know, and stepping in there with somebody like Rinat.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, like my boy says at the bottom, do y'all think Rinat ever gets a ranked guy? Or is he just kind of here for fun fights for the card?
I mean, he's there for the Abu Dhabi cards. He's always available for them cards. You know what I mean? Them cards in those regions. And look, look, he's a game fighter. We know what Rinat's about. He's a game fighter. And whenever he steps in there, he's always going to be a scrap. It's not an easy fight for anyone. Whoever's good, you know, looking to go in there and get in the paint with Rinat. So for me, I think if they give him a ranked fighter, he'll probably welcome it. But he's just probably happy with the money he's making. He's happy putting on the show. He's just happy being in the UFC. And you know, he's fighting whoever they put in front of him, getting it done. What can you say? 11 years, like you said. You know, he's been here. He's been here, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I literally, y'all boys. Go ahead. No, go ahead, bro. I literally was just gonna say, y'all literally have all nailed it perfectly. There's nothing else for me to really kind of add to this. But what are your thoughts over crossover?
I think he definitely needs somebody ranked, but I think we just I don't know, seeing a robbery like that, especially the first fight on the card, bro, it really just set the night like, like, are we about to see a night of crazy judges' decisions? You know what I mean?
And what I didn't expect to see was Brazilians go 0-6. That is a wild statistic. I haven't fact checked my man. I'm just taking my boy straight for his word. But if that's real, that is insane. The Brazilians got swept out like that, boys.
I mean, it's not difficult against the Russians, man. I always say sambo wrestling over BJJ because you're knowing what's coming and you're countering what's coming before it even gets there. That's what this sambo wrestling, the chain wrestling, that's what it does. It nullifies Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. As much as I love BJJ, sambo wrestling, man, you know what I mean? You put that shit together and you know what you're doing. You're always gonna get that dub over Brazilian. Sorry to say, man. You know what I mean,
bro. And sambo's dangerous. The way them boys mix it into MMA is way smoother than what you get going into BJJ, bro. Speaking of wild, bro. If you go to the next fight for me, because we had a wild result right there. Everyone's thinking robbery. First fight of the night. We're kind of like, are they gonna be on that bullshit? And then we get Bruno Silva versus, man, whoever wants to get that last name, go for it. But I'll butcher it first.
Naurdiev.
Ismail Naurdiev. And bro, Ismail put on a motherfucking show, bro. He came at Bruno Silva, bro, like with the purpose. Bruno, honestly, like DC and them were saying, he just looked not like exhausted, not tired, but kind of like just mentally fatigued dealing with everything he was getting, man. Crossover, what was your thoughts on this fight and who'd you have going into this, bro?
So going into it, I went with Bruno Silva, but just simply because if you just look at who he's been fighting lately, and then on top of his last fight with Chris Weidman, all the eye pokes, it was just a lot of bullshit what happened to him, in my opinion. So, you know, like I wanted him to get back on his winning ways, and I knew coming in that Ismail Naurdiev had been in the UFC before, been out, didn't really have a lot of success outside the UFC, but then came back. And I was I watched some of his fights before the Silva fight, and I thought he would be a little bit faster than Bruno. But ultimately, like his speed and just like you could tell, like he was hungry and he wanted to be in there. And Bruno Silva, honestly, he just didn't look like he wanted to be in there,
bro. And like my man saying at the bottom, to be real honest, he really hasn't looked the same since the Poatan fight. I kind of thought the Chris Weidman fight was going to be kind of a resurgence for him. And then all that happened with the eye pokes, Chris beating him in New Jersey. Is he done after that? And then this happens in Abu Dhabi. Honestly, brother, I think he's onto something. I think there's a good chance we don't see Bruno Silva again in MMA, whether it's retirement or he got cut, man. McDane, what are your thoughts on that, bro?
Same, man. So I had Silva going into that one, and he didn't turn up like at all in a single round. Like there was just no moment in that fight at all that you thought he's going to be able to start putting it back on him now. You know what I mean? Like he got dominated in all aspects, whether it was in the striking or it was in the grappling. He did, like even going into the third round, like, you know what I mean, you're gonna need a finish. And his corner was speaking to him too. And
shout out Aussie.
He just didn't try. It was like he didn't try at all. That was it.
Bro, like you're saying, the corner work too. I mean, damn. You can't just say breathe and recover, get a moment here for 3 rounds for 60 seconds in between each round. Let's give him some advice, bro. Something in there with the takedowns, feet movement. Or do you want to even fucking be here? Are you good? Like something to kind of spark him up, bro. Ola, what were your thoughts on this, bro?
I picked Ismail going into this fight, and the one thing that I thought going into it was, look, this guy's been around the UFC. He's been and done it. All right. Like Jay was saying there, going back looking at his last 5 fights, he lost to 1-2, but all ended in the first round, right? So I'm thinking to myself, the way I've been looking at Bruno and the way Bruno's been fighting lately. I said during the prediction show, McDane will back me up on this. I said I had him up the same place that I kind of had RoboCop, but then he fell off, and RoboCop just kept getting better. Gregory Rodriguez, you know, them two kind of pulled up in and around the same time. I think they fought each other as well. So I kind of had it because he's got a lot of power, Bruno Silva. He just doesn't apply it and doesn't know when to set it up. And it just looks like things are declining for Bruno Silva here. And like you said, It's probably possibly got a cut coming up his way. But for Ishmael, good effort from him going the 3 rounds. Like I said, 4 of his last 5, he's been finishing the first round. So to go 3 rounds with Bruno and dominating like that, I think is good for him. And we'll see what's next for him. I'd like to see him with I don't know, maybe Weidman that beat Bruno Silva. If he's still got another fight in him, and let's see what he does. But I don't know what the other guys think, but I think Ishmael gave a good account of himself.
Crossover, do you see anybody else at 185 you'd like to see him fight? And McDane, if there's anybody else you could think of either, bro, before we move on.
Who I want to see Silva fight?
Bruno Silva fight, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That man's getting cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, boys. Even if he stayed in.
Thoughts and maybes, man.
Yeah, because there's no real need to play matchmaker with it. If we do, we'll sit it for 5 minutes, and then 2 weeks from now he's not in the UFC no more, or maybe this Tuesday. But going forward for Ishmael, who would y'all want to see next before we get moving on to the next fight, bro? Ola or McDane, whoever wants to
I
take
said
it.
Weidman. That's why I said
Weidman. I like Weidman.
Yeah,
I like the
Weidman
rematch with Weidman.
Yeah.
Or not the rematch, but him getting it over with Bruno.
Yeah.
I can't even think of anybody at this moment, to be honest with you.
Yeah, bro. I'm just kind of throwing it out there, boys. But anyways, let's move on to the next fight, Ola. It was a great scrap. Sorry, Bruno Silva, man. It sucks to see that. Dude's been in the UFC for a minute. Probably won't be anymore. Ishmael came out with some fury. Who else also I thought was going to come out with some fury, bro, was Farid Basharat. I'm a little disappointed in this fight just because, man, I thought this was going to be one of the ones to watch out for fight of the night. And I thought Basharat was going to come on and put on a show. He got the win. It was an impressive performance, but just not what I thought from him, bro, and just his past fights he's been putting on. Crossover, give me your thoughts on this, brother. Who you had going into it, and just kind of what you thought of Basharat's performance here against Hugo.
So going in, I went with Basharat by decision. I thought this would be a high skill fight and very competitive. I thought if anybody got a finish though, it would have been Hugo. And I mean, you could tell it literally was just 2 guys, very high skill, going at it. And Basharat was like in and out, touching them. But you could tell that, like, if he stayed in the pocket too long, that Hugo could definitely catch him with something big. And I think he did. He fought very smart.
Yeah, bro, he did fight very smart. I did forget about him missing that weight. With the weight and everything.
Yeah, by 10 pounds, right?
Yeah, they had to do it at a catch weight. I did forget about that, bro. You are right. That's a huge factor into that.
And situations like that, you have to fight smart. It kind of reminded me of the Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal sort of fight, where you're respecting your opposition's sort of power, and you just work that distant management. Look, it was more of a technical, boring fight than for the casuals, at least. But obviously, hardcores that watch it week in, week out, and watch the prelim gang stream that McDane put on. Shout out McDane on that one there. You know
Cheers,
what I mean?
Brother.
You don't get to really see what these guys are really about when they're not knocking people out, when they're not choking people out in the first round. Sometimes you really want to see their full skill set really play out and see what they can do versus what they're not capable of doing or what they're weak at. And watching this sort of fights, they're more educational than entertainment, if you like. But I like that Basharat picked up the window. So
Ola, you're kind of on one over there right now, bro. You're spitting a lot of facts over there. Everything you said was fucking spot on. The Jeff Neal, Ian Gary comparison was perfect, bro. Literally took exactly what I said at the beginning out my mouth. I'm expecting this to just be like, oh shit, sit down, boys, because after this, it's fucking go time. This is when shit starts popping off, and then you get this kind of technical, boring fight. And like Will said at the bottom, shout out Will for being here. Like Will said at the bottom, it's just that 10-pound difference sucks. And you could see Hugo looked a lot bigger than he did, bro. McDane, give me your thoughts. And if you don't crack a smile in the next 6 seconds, motherfucker, I'm going to lose my mind.
There you go. There you go.
There it is. From Scotland. from Scotland. Paul Craig.
I hate you, bro.
Crumpets,
Anyway,
Crumpets, let's go, Crumpets. Get in here, baby.
let's get the
do this.
Crumpets on the go. What fight are we on?
Hey, way to be locked in.
Basharat versus
Basharat.
Way to be locked in.
Yeah,
baby.
sorry, you totally put me off there. So yeah, Basharat again. It was another one of those ones where it went to the judges, and I was just like, I thought Hugo won that again. Like when you the third round was competitive. I thought they were going back and forth with each other in the third round, but that first and second round, like the weight difference definitely shown, the size difference definitely shown. Even when it was going down to the ground, but Basharat's usually aren't too bad. Hugo's wrapping up their legs for heel hooks and leg locks and all sorts, bro. And I thought he might have a good chance at landing one of these. You know what I mean? Because he's pretty nasty when it comes to the leg work at times. But he done well to reverse it, you know what I mean? Spin out, twist out, whichever way he had to, get back and try and get on top of him and land some strikes. And yeah, I think that, like you were saying, I thought it was going to be an absolute banger, but it never turned into a banger until that third round. It was pretty much quite slow between the first and second round, but I was leaning Hugo to take it.
That's probably a better way to describe it, bro. Slow, not boring, not like this lackadaisical fight. Probably a slow way to build it is a great way to say the fight was. And I honestly forgot about those heel hooks he was trying to put in on the ground. Hugo's jiu-jitsu was fucking nasty. While I fix my lag over here, Crossover, give me your thoughts, bro.
So I already covered it. Give it to Olaf. Olaf had spoke on this one yet.
No, he did at the beginning.
Oh well, we all covered it.
No, you went first. You went first.
Yeah, I went first.
They went first.
Yeah.
Hey boys, like we said first live over here. I'm doing 27 different things over here, baby. I'm trying to get McDane out of his slump because he's bringing me down. But you know what didn't bring me down? Pull up this next fight, bro. Fuck that Basharat Hugo fight. We talked about it. Everyone got their thoughts. This is what got me fired up. I'm locked in and I'm ready to go, boys. Kennedy, go ahead, Ola, get that for me.
Nzechukwu.
Ooh, the Scottish soldier versus Chris Barnett, folks. This was supposed to be one of the funnest fights on the card. We still got a little bit of activity while we had it, but boys, let me start with Crossover. Crossover, what were your thoughts of Barnett potentially pulling his hamstring or doing something through his leg in the intro? Or do you think it was those spinning kicks he was throwing against Kennedy and just how good Kennedy looked at heavyweight, bro?
So I definitely think that little jump he did before the fight definitely like caused the injury. And then him being in there and throwing the spinning kick just only like exacerbated and made it worse. Because I mean, even when we saw the replays and him doing it, you can see right then that something's not right. And then as soon as he goes to exert himself, the rest of it just goes. And unfortunately, it sucks. And then he had to get beat up for it. But you know, it is what it is, man. It's one of those things that you hate to see it, and that's probably why guys shouldn't be jumping around before the fight.
It ain't time to be saying it is what it is yet, brother.
I'm telling you,
You
bro.
saw what I did there. You saw what I did there.
You saying it is what it is yet?
Crossover is literally here just to fucking make sure we're pouring more salt in our wounds. I'll get this man out of here by the time we get to the main event. Don't worry about it. I'll kick it. Crossover is here to the co-main, folks. So enjoy him while he's here.
And then he's out. Then you kick him out. Trip, what's happening, brother?
But did you have any other thoughts on that, bro?
Big up trip.
Nah, that's all I got.
Ola, what were your thoughts on this, brother?
Yo, you know, that's my countryman right there. Always
what he said at the
win,
bottom.
lose or draw. You know,
hey,
man
was almost under that bus though, wasn't he? Man was almost under that
bus. We just gave him motivations. Look at that. We just gave him motivations, a little motivation, man. And yeah, he went in there, got it done. You know, he's all about his Muay Thai kickboxing. And once it draws you into a clinch, you know that knee is coming right up the middle. And when it landed, yeah, Chris couldn't take it no more, man. You know what I mean? The you know, that was all she wrote, really. And Kennedy's got that power. He does got that power. He needs to let his hands go a lot more, though. You know, in recent fights, sometimes you just see him and you think, boy, you're gun shy right now. You could let your hands go. And I'm sure there's a couple. It's pricked the attention of a couple of fighters over there in the heavyweight division, and yeah, let's see how they welcome him. We got Chris Barnett out of the way, and yeah, we'll see what's next for Kennedy.
Yeah, bro, I'm right there with you. I can't wait to see what's next for Kennedy, and I hope they give him more of a striker, because Chris is such an awkward dude to fight at heavyweight, bro, and it was his first fight back in 2 years, so you don't really know how to look at him and really how to prepare for a guy like that, who's built like he is, throwing fucking 360 wheel kicks like it's nothing. McDane, what was your thoughts on this, bro?
Pretty much what Crossover said about the injury at the start of the fight. Like, obviously, he came in there, was it a torn ligament or hammy or something anyway before the fight? Then he's gone in there, and yeah, he looked like he injured himself before the fight even started. So straight away, as soon as I seen that, I was like, whoa, that doesn't look good. And I said before it too, because I picked Kennedy going into this one, that in the first round, Kennedy's probably going to hurt him. And any later than that, the cardio isn't going to be doing Chris Barnett any justice at all. You know what I mean? So we've seen how it was going. Kennedy did what he had to do, but I'm there with Ola. Like, he just needs to let them hands go a little bit quicker and a little bit sooner, and he could do that to multiple men. You know what I mean? He just seems a bit slow off the mark sometimes. But no, great performance for Kennedy. Done what he had to do, and shown Chris why he doesn't belong in the heavyweight.
Yeah, bro. And what's next for Kennedy should literally be that down there. That is a great call for Kennedy. I was about to say, boys,
that was the original fight too, right? They just rebooked that.
Yeah, they rebooked it. It fell out.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a great fight. I can't think of anybody else I'd rather see than that. That makes sense for both dudes too on the way up, and it was already the original booking too. So, yeah, bro. I hope Chris is good. I want to see him back in the UFC. He's the man, bro. He puts on super exciting fights. Just a cool character. The pop he got from Abu Dhabi was so cool to see, man. So shout out Chris Barnett, bro. I hope he gets back in the UFC soon. Kennedy, great performance. You need to fight Junior Tafa next. And yeah, brother. Let's get to this next fight, which we did see Leroy in. Very surprised to see Leroy in the UFC over here as Abus. But Abus Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. Boys, this lived up to it. If you weren't watching the prelim gang show with my man McDane down there, you already know his thoughts on this. So I'm going to go straight to him, brother, and what your reaction was to this. And honestly, what do you see next for Abus, bro?
Bro, that first round, I was like, holy crap. Abus was just managing the range, really controlling the distance. He was just putting it on him. Ferreira, like I even said in the post-fight, the pre-fight show, that Ferreira's that kind of like explosive dog. And he just didn't know what to do with the distance. Like he just couldn't get close to Abus at all. And he was just absolutely dominating that first round. It then got interested in the second when Ferreira started finding his range a little bit, moving in, trying to make it dirty. Cracked him, almost dropped that man and put him out of there. I was screaming on that live stream when that was going down. But then Abus just did what he had to do, man. You know what I mean? He just controlled it, got the control back on the ground where he needed to, and just kept it safe for a little bit until he got that submission. Boom, man got the victory. But yeah, bro, that was a sick fight to watch.
That's literally the prime example of being in the game for this long. The amount of time Abus spent in the octagon, the amount of fighters he's fought, the talent he's been against. It was just another day to him, bro. And he was able to bounce back from that round and end up getting a nasty submission. Ola, what was your thoughts on this, brother? And before we move on, that would be a great fight for Kennedy, Lazy. That would be an amazing fight for Kennedy. But that would be a great, hey, entertaining.
Entertaining, yeah, but at the same time, the road to, bro. Yeah, useless in grappling. Come on, brother. You want to stand there and strike with that man? I know they both got long arms. I know they both got power. That ain't a fight that Kennedy wants, because he ain't going to take him down. It's just not his game.
What about this? What about this?
That man will get KO'd. Derek Lewis.
What about this?
Why not?
Don't do that to Chris Barnett, man. You know, I like Chris Barnett. Yeah. I like his cage walk. I like his cage walk.
This week.
Nah, but that's an easy dub for Derek Lewis, but you know what I mean? He go drop his fucking shorts, telling them about how his fucking balls are hot. You know what I mean? No. Hey. Ain't about to do with that. No, fuck that. No.
My balls will be coming in hot on the prediction show this week when I've got my Black Beast hoodie on, son.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And that's why right there, That's why you're my Scottish brother. But anyways, enough with heavyweights. Abus, give me your thoughts, Ola.
Yeah, enough talking about nuts.
For me, with Bruno Ferreira, we know what he's capable of doing. And for Abus to come in and do what he did, kudos to him. Bruno Ferreira, like I said, putting that win on Phil Hawes, knocking him out. Stoltzfus as well. Dustin Stoltz. These are easy people to put away, and this guy goes in there and gets it done. We know he's got the power, and that was one of the things I was wondering if he catches Abus, what could we see? Because I see what Strickland did to Abus, man, and Strickland ain't even got power like that. But he can, a multiple of it maybe. But I thought no, if Ferreira gets hold of him, it could put his lights out. But Abus went out there and got the submission. And fair play to him. I picked Ferreira going in.
I'm with you.
Yeah, Abus definitely surprised me.
I was right there with you, bro, and Will as well. I was with Ferreira the whole way on that. Did not expect a finish from Abus, much less a win. Crossover. Before you get into an Abus, what do you think about Abus versus the Iron Turtle next?
Isn't that two different weight classes? Because Iron Turtle, is he middleweight or is he?
Yeah,
he is middleweight.
Yeah.
For me personally, bro, like I think Abus would be better in there with a striker because Iron Turtle is just gonna walk him down, shoot up against the cage, get him in the clinch, take him down, and then Abus is pretty much just gonna be stuck there for the rest of the round. I can see Iron Turtle doing that for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I personally would like to see Abus in there with somebody like, I don't know, like RoboCop. Like just get him in there with a striker.
He don't want it with RoboCop, bro.
I like that. I like that.
Hey, somebody going to sleep, dog.
I like that.
To sleep.
Yeah, for real.
But going into the Ferreira fight, I thought the first round Abus would be a little bit of a head just because he had such a reach advantage, and he fights long as well, and then he's explosive. I was expecting him to slow down a little bit in the second round, and then Ferreira would be able to get to him a little bit and would get him out of there in the second round. But I mean, Ferreira was just having trouble with the distance, as McDane was saying. But yeah, that was very spot on. But that's pretty much how I was looking at it going in.
Like just think about it, yeah. Like Abus was one fight away from fighting for the title. He could have got the same shot Strickland got, right? And I wouldn't even mind him if Borrallo's looking to grant it. I wouldn't mind seeing them run it back. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight, But I thought Abus was off the pace that night though, against Charles Borrallo. So who knows if they run it back? Maybe we get a different result, But yeah, he's definitely got a future in the division, and I think they want to put some kind of hype or machine behind him. But yeah, we'll see what happens with him next.
Yeah, bro, I don't see him. Go ahead, McDane.
I was gonna say you can't deny that when he cracked him and dropped him, he was like, "Oh shit!" Like he was like, "Yeah, I'm not taking that again. I ain't taking another one of those punches." Like, man's got power,
bro. He can crack, bro. And when given Sean Strickland, I mean, they've already fought. But, I mean, I wouldn't mind it again. But, bro, I'll tell y'all this. Abus is always down to get down. I'll tell you what, I won't count him out again in another fight, bro. And another guy who I won't count out again in another fight, Ola, you want to go ahead and pull that up for me? Boys, I can't wait to hear what y'all think about. I wish Keith was in here because Keith said RDA should fucking retire. But I wanted to hear what y'all boys think about RDA tearing his ACL on that nasty 2 from Jeff Neal, who I had winning going into this fight, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people have. I want to start off with you, Ola. Who you had going into this fight and what your thoughts were of Jeff Neal's performance. And if you could think of anyone off top, who do you see next for him?
Look, I picked Jeff Neal coming into this fight. I thought RDA was going to put up a good fight if there was anybody in the division that would make it very difficult for you, maybe even take you into deep waters, maybe throw some curveballs that you haven't really seen in a fight. RDA was going to be the guy to do that, but I thought Jeff Neal was going to see it through. But the one thing you have to respect, whether it's leg kicks, whether it's punches, you got to respect it from Jeff Neal, bro. You know what I mean? Ian Gary did, that fight IQ came through, but RDA is not that type of cat. We know that, you know what I mean? He's gonna get right in the middle with you and duke it out. And obviously, I don't know about retiring. I like RDA, and I think it can still give something to the sport. He's given a lot, but I think he's still got something there. A few fights, a few fun fights, a few legacy fights to see a legend like RDA go out. So I think there's a couple fights out there for him still.
How about this? How about RDA versus Conor? It was supposed to happen a long time ago when RDA was the champ. Conor needs a fight to come back, bro. Look, hear me out. Hear me out,
bro. No,
hold on. No. Fuck that. Fuck that. You got to hear me out here. Look, RDA was the champion. He was supposed to fight Conor. Something happened. I think he got injured a week of the fight. It didn't happen. It's 10 years later. Conor needs a winnable fight. Dan Hooker is not a winnable fight. Chandler's probably not going to do it.
I'll tell you what I'd rather see. I'd rather see him and Cowboy. Bring Cowboy back. He wants to come back.
For Cowboy to take another dive? No, I want to see Dan Hooker pace that man.
You're talking.
I want to see Dan Hooker pace that man.
Did you think it all the way through then? You know what I mean? So you thought it all the way through. that Cowboy really threw that fight. Oh my God!
You heard him say that. You heard him say that.
I can't believe.
Come on, bro.
Did we just hear that from
Jeff
you?
Neal was MVP next. But McDane. Yeah, I heard you just slide that in there like that. I just didn't want to see Cowboy lose again. Nobody said he took a dive.
Man, I said he took a dive.
Man took a dive, you know. Man had a pair of red panties between his teeth, and he was just, I'm going down. Yeah, I mean,
all right.
Have you ever?
At least I know how you really feel,
boys.
Oh
Stop.
My God.
Stop. Right. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Have you ever seen Cowboy Cerrone go down that easy? Take a fight.
Shoulder strikes, baby.
No. Fuck your shoulder strikes. Just shoulder strikes and foot stomps and dick twists and not a chance, mate. You know what I mean? Like, you've never seen Cowboy Cerrone give up in a fight like that. That dude is an absolute animal. He's a soldier. Like, he goes out and he's shielding every single other fight he's ever been in his life. He comes up against Mr. Red Panty.
All the way through. Fair play to you, because that shit cost me $50. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still fucking salty. I'm still salty, especially
I can't believe you threw that into the ether now. Yeah, I mean,
Conor versus Cowboy is not a fight that should happen.
No, I would happily, like I say, I would happily see Dan Hooker absolutely paste him everywhere. That's what I would pay to see. Yeah, I mean, I don't even have to pay to see these fights in the UK, but that's what I would pay to see. Yeah, I mean,
and honestly, bro, it probably happens like that. That's why I was saying, if he wants to come back and get a winnable fight, RDA's the guy. Now, Will's saying down there, he thinks it's time for him to hang up the gloves. I don't think that. I think he has 2 or 3 more fights left in him, and one of them needs to be Conor McGregor. And crossover, please tell me you agree with me.
So I'm gonna come at it from a different angle.
Oh, shit.
RDA is about to be out for a year. So a year, I don't see Conor McGregor trying to still get his first fight in the UFC. Either he's going to fight within a year, or it's just not going to happen. That's just how I look at it with Conor. I think Conor Tony would be a winnable fight for Conor. You know, get him a win.
Yes,
but Dan Hooker just is gonna mow through Conor.
How about Conor?
Why do we want to see Conor in a winnable fight? What is this about?
Bro, it's good for business, baby. I'm not a Conor fan.
Good for business when the man wants out of his contract. All he gives a shit about these days is fucking bitches, sniffing coke, and bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, I mean, the only reason he's still here is because of his contract.
Look, I know you're upset, but do not come at Conor like that.
It really that much.
RDA could get in there with Paddy Pimblett. You know what I mean? That's something that could go down.
I like the Paddy Pimblett fight, but we are interrupting crossover right now, and I'm ready to kind of hear what you were saying.
I think Dan Hooker. I would love to see Dan Hooker against Justin Gaethje personally. I would love to see that.
That's a great.
That's one.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I would
for the
love to see that.
Hey, because that makes sense because they could do the BMF tournament.
The
You
little
do
tournament,
Max versus
yeah,
Dustin. Yeah, Max versus Dustin. Let them get their trilogy in. They're 1-1, or actually, I think he's 2-0.
Nah, Dustin's 2-0. Dustin's 2-0.
Yeah, and then you run them two apart. 6 months later, the two winners of that fight for the BMF title. I like that. And then Connor gets the winner of the BMF. But
I mean, Ilya is the lineal BMF champ, just FYI.
Whoa, we're not at the main event yet, and you got to go for the co-main, you said, so don't forget that. So anyways, boys, final thoughts on RDA and Jeff Neal. And before we talk about RDA, boys, what do we see next for Jeff Neal, baby? My man was working at a steakhouse a year ago, fighting for his life out here, getting his hand broken against Wonder Boy Thompson, and then has to fight Ian Machado, the cut Gary, and then Ian just strategically avoids him. So now my man's up here against his big dub. Ola, give me a winnable fight for Jeff Neal next, bro.
Winnable
or McDane.
Fight? Yeah, let's go to McDane.
Let's go to McDane. And then give me
a
a thought or two.
Winnable fight
for Jeff Neal.
Bro, I like Jeff Neal MVP, bro. I like that.
Woo, I love that. I saw that earlier.
I like that.
I love that.
It's gonna stay on the feed. Number boxing.
Yes,
like
I love
MVP
that.
trying to blitz in Jeff Neal with the footwork. Southpaw orthodox. The power hands are gonna be there for both guys. Like to me, it seems like that's a fun fight all the way around.
That's a shout.
It's not about
I was about to say I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. I was gonna say Vicente Luque, but he's already beat him, and it was a nasty ass whooping. But yeah, man, MVP's a great
Sean Brady.
fight. Oh, Sean Brady.
I think
Jeff
Brady
Neal?
need to be going up though, because Brady's just got to win, right?
And what about Gilbert Burns?
He just beat Burns.
Burns, yeah.
What about
I did think, but he could even get a Wonder Boy rematch. That'd be interesting.
What about JDM?
Nah,
JDM needs to fight like Usman.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're
so
right.
there's a lot of fight books. He's gonna have to sit down a minute, see what shakes out from all of these guys and what they got going on, and see wants to test Jeff Neal again, you know. So go on.
If Jeff Neal wants to be a bit of a gatekeeper, we could see Michael Morales try and move towards.
I like that. I like that.
Damn, that's a good fight.
That'll
be the young gun move up and see what he can do.
That'll be a fun fight.
Damn, McDane, hey, you're getting in your groove again, baby. Go drink you some hot tea and come back and get you a comfort or two because we're about to move on. We're about to move on to these next 6 fights, and I need pure energy because these next 6 deserve it. Jeff Neal and RDA got us sparked up with that nasty knockout. And then, boys, if you don't know.
What knockout?
You didn't see that knockout? RDA on his back?
Was that a knockout, yeah? Or was that an injury?
Hey, TKO, baby. TKO, baby, boys. TKO. Bruce Buffer announced it. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
You're taking it.
That's like that. That's like that win Gamrot got over Fiziev.
I forgot all about that, Jay.
What you McNugget nut huggers might say is that when the Poirier got over McGregor. Yeah, I mean, like,
hey, Weidman, Uriah Hall.
True. But I mean, hey, Uriah Hall did check the leg kick though, so
like a motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
And then Eric Anders was like, "Oh, this is your first fight back in 3 years since major knee surgery or major shin surgery. Watch this shit." But boys, girls, children, whoever you are, if you don't know about this dude right here, you're about to find out. Because these 2 light heavyweight juggernauts came in here undefeated, trying to keep that O. Someone O's got to go. And I guarantee you, this Turkish assassin is going to do big things in the UFC, bro. As soon as Ola pulls this up, you're going to see who I'm talking about. So just give it a second. I'm killing time. You know, there we go, baby. Ebo, Aslan, folks.
Yeah,
folks.
Nailed it. Lion Witch in the wardrobe.
This is, I thought he was undefeated. I don't know who beat this guy, but good fucking luck beating him again. This dude is a motherfucking dog. McDane, give me your thoughts on this because this was one of your fights.
We were just waiting for you to pronounce the opponent's name, bro.
No. I heard y'all. That's why I was trying to spin it over. McDane, give us your thoughts on this, bro, and who you had going in.
Bro, dog of the week, baby. Dog of the motherfucking week. Ibo Aslan, all day, every day. Now, don't get me wrong. I picked him because I thought he was going to win. I didn't expect him to win in the fashion that he did. Did Cerqueira actually even manage to throw a single dig? I'm not even sure. Man went in there and just started laying into him. He was going to the body. He was moving back up to the head, and he was just not giving him an inch. As soon as he backed him up against that cage, that was it. Boom, 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 boom. I was like, holy shit, bro. I was going absolutely sick on the live stream when this fight was going down. Because it was my dog of the week, it was getting me 3 points as well. And literally, as the man won the fight, Ola comes streaming in, and I'm sitting there going bonkers. I cut that quick. You see me? I jumped out of my seat, and I was going absolutely nuts when he finished this, man.
Bro, I was fucking fuming when I came into that stream, bro. Ibo Aslan, what a finish! He went to town with Rafael Kaseka, and literally. Rafael Cerqueira. That's it.
Yeah. There you go. Rafael. There you go.
There it is. It went to town with him, and the way my man was a stalker. It was on him on the cage. Body came back up top. Body get eventually. You know what I mean? He could take it no more, but he wanted to get out of there. Ibo Aslan surprised me, bro. I picked Rafael. I needed the underdog, so don't blame me. But just watching you claim dog of the week off of it, man. It made it doubly hurt. But
I see now you man that prediction show, I was like, I need to get this dog of the week early, son. So I went for somebody on the prelims, and what a guy to absolutely pick. You said a minute ago as well, you don't know who beat him. It was Turkalj. How would you pronounce his name? And then he said, good luck beating him again. He lost against him in his last fight when he came back and when he got into the UFC. He beat Turkalj.
Wow, bro.
You ain't beating that man twice.
No, bro. This dude's a straight assassin. And the way he came out there fighting, bro, oh my God. My man doesn't know what the fuck a judge's decision looks like. But before I move on to crossover and who you had going into this, bro, people, if you're still here, like and subscribe to the boys. You know, we appreciate the comments. We appreciate the help. They're like I said at the beginning, this is S Dogs MMA Talks first live. I'm with 3 fucking gentlemen helping me knock this bitch out. But also, these 3 gentlemen got channels that I need y'all to go check out. The Rambling Dad at the bottom right, this pale Scottish soldier. To the right of me, we're wearing the UFC hat. The Fight Week show, my man Ola repping UK in this bitch. And then my fellow Texan, Jay, Crossover MMA. Give my man all a like, subscribe, spark that spliff up. Now, crossover. Give me your thoughts, bro.
So going in, I picked Ibo Aslan on my little preview video. Bro, that left hook he touched him with, just like Rafael was like, nah, something's not right. Like there's something's wrong here. Like I don't want to be here no more.
Wait a minute.
He was like, nah, hold up. Stop hitting me. Yeah. Ibo just went for the kill, dog. And I like seeing guys like that when they know they like hurt somebody. They just go for the finish and just get them out of there. Don't even waste any time. Don't play around. Just go ahead and get them out of there.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, a comment too I saw before we move on to this main card. If y'all have any other thoughts on this, Jeff Neal versus Joaquin Buckley. I know it's the fight before this. It's not on what we're talking about, but I can't stop thinking about it.
I don't know if Buckley will entertain it though. Like Buckley,
really? Nah, because he's on his way up. So
he's on his way up, man. I don't think Buckley will entertain it. It's a good fight, you know what I mean. But I just don't think Buckley will entertain it.
What do we see next for Abu here, boys? I'm trying to think through the rankings. I'm thinking maybe Anthony Smith, Dominic Reyes, Orion Span, somebody like
Smith's
that.
About to fight Dominic Reyes, isn't he?
Oh,
Lonzo Menifield's 15.
Oh, Menifield's a great fight. Menifield will stand in there and bang with you. Yeah. That's a great fight, bro.
That's not bad call. I like that.
Any other fights for him, boys, that y'all could think of? I like Menifield a lot.
Yeah, even Johnny Walker, fire him in there against Johnny Walker. Yeah,
Why,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, why not?
Yeah.
What about no time?
That'll be a splashy knockout right there.
What about no time?
Volkan straight, well, a bit early for.
I mean, he's got all this
Chimaev.
hype. He's got all this hype, bro. And Alex needs somebody. Alex needs somebody like quick because he's running through this division, bro. So I think they need to build this kid up. Give him 2 or 3 heavy hitters, like the winner of Anthony versus Dominic. Give him one of them. Give him Alonzo Minifield or give him.
I don't know. I think if we see him against like a Carlos Ulberg, we might see a bit of his ceiling at the moment. You know what I mean? Like he's still young.
Yeah,
you know what you're saying?
I think Ulberg's movement and his speed would
He's a dog.
Would give Aslan some problems. Though.
Yeah, bro.
That's what
Ulberg's
I'm saying. Like
a
that's where we'll see a ceiling at this point of his career. Like so, I don't think we should be looking past top 10. Like
there's some good fights there for him, man. There's some good. I like the Ulberg fight, like you guys just said. You know, even the Menifield fight. I think Menifield's a good one.
I think that's the fight, bro.
Yeah,
that's the fight. Evo versus Kutalaba?
Or even Ryan Spann. Yeah, I mean
Kutalaba, yeah.
I don't hate Kutalaba or Ryan Spann, to be honest with you. And shout out my boy Saul Chavez joining the chat, baby. You know what it is. We're gonna get some sparring in later. But yeah, boys, I'm with you right there too. Carlos would do that. I'm 100%. I'm 100% with that, bro. Leroy is out here speaking facts. Boys, is it time to get straight fucking into it?
Yeah, let's get to it.
We've been over here fucking getting it nice and warmed up. We lit the candles. We got the rose petals to the bed. We got a new comforter. We took a shower. Now it's time to fuck. We are here for these last 5 fight, folks. And I know that might all sound the same, but bear with me. If you have not seen this knockout by Shara Bullet yet with the double spinning back fist, I don't know what the fuck you're doing on this channel then, because that shit is everywhere, folks. This man right here is a problem. I got a couple topics right here, folks. I want to see what the boys think about him. Before I do, I want to see what y'all thought about this fight, who y'all had going into it. But this man's kind of in a weird spot, bro, and he can do some weird things in this middleweight division. Ola, what were your thoughts about the Bullet landing that double spinning back fist against my man Armin Petrosyan?
Yeah, I picked Shara coming into this fight. I think everybody falls into the same illusion they fall in with these strikers. And I was saying it through the watch along. I said, Petrosyan, like, bro, how do you have a skill set that you said you was going to put on this guy and you're going to stand and try and stand and bang with him? You stood there striking with him. And yeah, he got some good strikes in. You know, there's a couple moments there for Petrosyan, but it wasn't enough. And in the end, that double backspin, that was from hell. I don't know where that came from. And Petrosyan didn't want no more, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. He gave the referee the decision to make, and came in and waved it off, man. But good finish from Shara as well. We could see all over the internet it was practicing that before, so that's not a fluke. You know, that's not a fluke. It's all over. It's all over the internet. You could see him practicing it before the fight, and to actually pull it off in that manner, that's impressive. That's impressive. But he needs to keep my boy Easy's name out of his fucking mouth.
That's what I was about to say. Let's go ahead and just touch this topic then. Crossover. What is your thoughts about his performance, a double back fist, all that shit? But what are your thoughts on him calling out Izzy Adesanya right after?
I mean, if we're being honest, it's a very smart call out. It's a striker. Don't have to worry about that hole in his grappling. Everybody would love to see 2 technical strikers go at it. I mean, obviously, it's way too high of a jump for him.
Kevin Holland,
but
maybe
Kevin Holland would be fun for sure. But I think him Michelle Pereira would be fun. Honestly,
Hey, listen,
damn.
I'm saying before you put Easy's name in your mouth, go see Vettori. Let's see what your grappling is saying, bro. You know what I mean? Let's see what your grappling is about. Let's see if you can hold up. Yeah,
Cannoneer. Yep,
You know?
Cannoneer's another one.
But keep his name out of your mouth, bro. You know?
They're gonna keep him in there with strikers until he's like close to a title shot.
Here's another question I want to know. Speaking of that, I know they're going to keep him with strikers. Are they going to only keep him in Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi? Can this man fight in America? Like, or is that it for him? Also, shout out the boy Western. But is that it for my man? Is that the only two places he can fight? Or do y'all ever see this man fight in America?
He can come to America. He just came to the U.S.
But can he fight? I know about the movie, but can he fight? Can he get commissioned?
It's whether he gets sanctioned.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
That's right. I mean, push come to shove, we getting at minimum two Middle Eastern cards a year now because we're gonna do Saudi Arabia early in the year and then Abu Dhabi at the end of the year. So if he's on both of those, at least he's getting 2 fights a year, and maybe he can get sanctioned in, I don't know, Australia somewhere or something like that. I'm just trying to look at it best case scenario.
Dana did say that they're planning on going to Saudi Arabia or thingy more times a year anyway. In the post-fight press conference, he did say they're looking at going more than 2 times a year.
And that's all he needs. 2 or 3 fights a year. That's all you need, bro. And he's staying at these high levels.
Throwing money at him. Come over, son. Come over, brother.
Hey, Saudi's got that bag.
God Dana hold his hand like this. God Dana hold his hand like this, boys. Not like this. Not like this. This. That's the power that man has. Don't forget that. But also, boys, another question I got, and I'll throw this up to McDane. Oh, Shara Bullet here, bro.
Mate, phenomenal. Go on.
Legit. Well, I don't know what you're about to say. You say that before you answer this. But legit, let's be real here. In the next 2 to 3 years, is he one of them guys that's a title contender, or is he just a fun guy to watch fight?
I think it's too early for that. I think he's a fun guy to watch fight just now.
Okay.
Again, you look at the division and you look at who's going to have to come up against and the different types of styles that he's going to come up against. Right now, all we've seen is the striking. We haven't seen much of the grappling. We haven't seen much of anything else. Like, we've seen his cardio dip in the later rounds of a 3rd round fight. How long is he going to go in a 5-round fight? What does it look like when he gets to that point? But again, phenomenal finish. Can't take that away from him on the night. But Petrosyan was doing some work on those legs, son. Yeah, I mean, he was putting in those kicks, like, and I thought, damn, he might take away some power here. And then he put the man horizontal. You know what I mean? Hit him with that one, and the dude was actually like a fucking couch.
I just didn't understand why he stood with him for so long, though. You know what I mean? Like, take him the
dude.
Fuck down.
That was a 100%. But that was one of those fights that Petrosyan could have won, man. A lot of people were behind Petrosyan. I even considered taking Petrosyan as well, and ended up sticking with Shara. Glad I did. Got that 1 point.
1 point McDane, baby. But also, boys, it's crazy when the way he fights, you would not believe he has one fucking eye. This man throws shit, bro, that's like high level, would teach you years to learn to do on a bag, much less a fight. Oh, that's a good question. How dead is that eye?
Can you see out of it? Is it just a bit discolored, or
is it Bisping dead or half alive? What we're talking?
Because Bisping said he can see through it through a straw, huh? Like it's like a pinhole kind of looking. But
maybe it's like a bit lazy or something. I don't know.
But also, I've had my man Dre Miley on the podcast, who, if y'all don't know about Dre Miley, is a one-eyed fighter who fights in Bellator. And his happened at 17-18 because of shout out to the boy Dre Miley. We need to get this boy a fight. My man fights at 135. I don't know how he still hasn't got a fight in Bellator or PFL yet. Let's get my man a fight. I'll clip this out for you, Dre. We're going to get you a fight, bro. Shout out the Way and M podcast, too. Also, Big John talking about my dog. But with Dre, similar to Shara and Michael Bisping, he lost one of his eyes at the age of 17, 18, and wasn't born with it like that. Same thing with Shara and these guys. So I think that's even crazier to me, is that the fact you remember what it was like to have 2 eyes, the peripheral vision, like hitting pads, your movement, and now you're just 1 eye. That's all you got. And they've just adapted to it so well, bro. And I just don't know how they do it, man.
Bro, there's people out there that can do some crazy things in this world. Fighting with 1 eye, it should be getting sanctioned no matter where you go. Like, yeah, it is a little bit of a disadvantage, but when you're living with that shit every single day, your depth perception and everything has become tuned. You know what I mean? You've adjusted. Like, if you couldn't pick up a fucking cup of water, then fair enough. But if you can pick up a cup of water, you can see a fucking punch coming from one side to the other.
I don't
Might
know,
be a little
bro.
bit off, but
I don't know if it's that
100%,
simple, bro. No, bro.
Change your stance, put your good eye to the front.
No,
You've seen all of that shit.
Bro.
You might not see a hook. You might not see Wonder Boy's kick.
What were you about to say, crossover?
Oh, none. I was just agreeing. Like, yeah, like if you living with it and you've been living with it for an extended period of time, like you're fully adjusted to life and how to deal with it. And if you think you can go in there and if you can perform, hey, who are we to tell you can't go in there and perform?
But he's performing against high-level guys. I know if you look up his fights, I know I said that, and everyone's about to be like, high level, my ass. But these dudes are still in the UFC, bro. The dudes that he's fought, and he's finished them. I mean, has he finished every single fight? I'm off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure. Shara, yeah.
I think Shara just that was his first finish in the UFC, I think.
What?
Yeah, I think that was his first finish.
You could be right, bro.
He beat Cerqueira by a left hook.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay. I was about to say, how many fights has he had, McDane? Only 4?
4.
Silva, yeah. Bruno Silva fought.
Bruno Silva, unanimous.
He was meant to fight Iho Peteria and Lubac, but they both got cancelled. That was earlier this year.
Nzechukwu, decision as well. So yeah, this second finish.
Damn, bro. Yeah.
But it does show that even though we're talking about his gas tank, he can still go the distance in 3-round fights and get the wins. So, there's something to that. And the amount of focus that you've got to put in, excuse the pun with the one eye, but it's the amount of focus you got to put in is, like you said, you got to be fully adjusted to life. And the way he's fighting is like, I'm just carrying on with life. And this is my dream. Dre told us about it, and it becomes a superpower in a way, and you can use it for cheat codes. Dre be telling me
that's what he said. That's what he said, bro.
People come and try and strike on his blind side, but he already knows that's what they're going to try and do. So he kind of puts it there for them to try and do it as a trap, and it's a nice entry for him. They don't even know it's coming. It becomes a superpower, but you gotta adjust to it.
That's a really good point too, like you said. Before we move on, boys, any final thoughts on Shara Bullet and just his performance there?
Keep his name out of your mouth.
Hey, Izzy's reaction was hilarious. If y'all haven't watched Izzy's reaction to that already,
I haven't seen it.
You have
I'm
to.
standing on that, bro. Go get some more fights, bro. Go see Vettori a couple times, and then you can talk about Izzy, bro. You know what I mean? That's what
I like that, Ola. I like a Vettori fight. Somebody, let's test his grappling. I get he has this very nice, fancy striking, but it's against strikers who aren't even planning on taking him down. Let's get somebody who's going to mix it up and then see what he looks like. I think y'all are right. I think it's too early to predict anything for him. What it's not too early for, boys, is to talk about this next fight. This fight has been going under the radar just mainly because the main event and co-main event was so fucking sad. Not to all of us. Some of us, crossover, is fucking loving life today. But some of us, like every other normal MMA fan, a little hurt today. We're hurting, and nobody's mentioning how great of a fight Murphy versus Ige was, boys. McDane, I'll go to you, bro. Who did you have going into this, bro? And what was your thoughts of this absolute war that we saw that has been getting slept on since Saturday?
I can't remember. Who did I have, Ola? Who did I pick?
Shut up.
Who did I pick, bro?
Who
did I pick?
Tell the people.
Who was it?
Who was it, bro? Don't do this, bro. Don't do this, bro. You know what I mean? Don't do this.
Was it Man Like Murphy? Yeah, Man Like Murphy. Is that who I had? Is that
all right? Yeah. You pick Murphy. Go on, tell the people you pick Murphy.
Had that Dan Ige, man. I mean, anyway, Dan Ige come up and putting that man through some adversity in that opening
round.
God damn! I was counting my blessings at that point.
Any other ref would have ended that fight. I don't know how.
I don't know. He was. There was some defensive. There was defensive movement up against the cage. There was defensive movement up against the cage whilst he was trying to put it on him, and he did start throwing back, and he threw back with intention too. He threw that right hand to put that man into the ground after he had been rocked, but he'd done well to recover, and take it on. And I did think by the time it got to the end of that third round, Lerone Murphy definitely deserved it. I wouldn't have been angry either way, to be honest with you, but I think Lerone Murphy definitely done enough. The scrambles were insane. Oh man, just what a fight. Like you say, it's under the radar because of everything else that happened, but goddamn, what a fight.
That was the best fight of the night for me, man. And bro,
hey, hold up, wait a minute.
Whoa,
roll back.
Whoa.
We missed
the fight of the night.
We have missed the fight of the night.
Hold on, what are we doing?
Scrolled on by a fight.
Boys, how did we not notice that?
Rebecky versus
I was looking at
the
the card before. I can't wait to talk about this fight.
Yes.
Hold on.
Hang on, boys. I gotta take hand up accountability on that because also I should have at least mentioned it. But hold
it, then I would have put it up.
What the fuck?
If you set
me up for failure,
bro.
I thought you were going in order.
No. Leroy put all this shit here, but I'm just putting it up like I showed you in
Leroy. This is why nobody likes Leroy.
Man, Leroy put all this stuff here, man. So I'm just putting it up.
Let's roll it back, please. I don't know if it's gonna be able to get pulled up here. So, folks,
all right, hold on.
I'm not gonna even try to pronounce these names.
Let's put this fight on pause.
This is insane. How did we not, bro?
Yeah,
this was the fight of the night.
Orobow versus Mattel's Rebecky.
Oh, hold up. Hola, we ain't gonna go back over. You said Murphy versus Ige was your favorite fight of the night. This might be fight of the year. The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, I never seen this fight.
It could be. I've gone back and watched it.
McDane, since you were the one that brings us back to this point, brother, give me your thoughts because I can go for 7 minutes on this fight right now.
Bro, I had Orobai going into this one, and Rebecky came out and put an absolute beating on this man to begin with. But goddamn, did you see that eye? You know what I mean?
Bro,
like, that was a hematoma and a half.
The first round.
See when it went to the doctor, I was like, "Don't stop it like this! Don't stop it like this, please!" And then he let it carry on going, and the man was just going for it. It became the target that he wanted to hit, but he was overloading on that one target too much, and I think that was a bit of his downfall. You know what I mean? Then Orobai started whiting him up and coming back with it too. God damn, this was a scrap.
This
round, was unbelievable. Yeah, look at that, man. Look at that.
That's the doctor asking, you still want to go 2 more rounds? And this motherfucker said, yeah, let's do it. Little did we know that they were going to go to the death. What were you saying, McDane?
I was going to say, I even said in the live stream too, like, I hope this doesn't get stopped by the doctor, but if anybody, I gave you a shout out and said, if anybody's watched Sterling's interview with Mark Goddard, I knew this prior to that interview anyway, but as he said, it comes down to the ref at the end of the day. Doesn't matter what the doctor goes in there and says. If the ref still thinks it's all good and he spoke to the fighter and he's happy for him to keep fighting, the ref can make that final decision. He has the final say, not the doctor. Doesn't matter if the doctor comes in and says, "Nah, that's it, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to let that fight happen anymore." The ref can go, "Nah, it's cool. Let him keep going." And I was like, if the doctor says no, I hope to God the ref says yes.
Bro, words right out my mouth, folks. If you haven't already seen that interview with Mark Goddard last week, word for word, that's what he says. Word for word. The doctor does not make the final call in that situation. It's literally up to the ref to make the yes or no if this fight's over or not. He's just going to give him a suggestion. And that's why when they go to New York and they go to some of these states that aren't capable or have had big fights and big moments, they'll see something like that and just, no, stop the fight now. This fight's done. But if you're Mark Goddard or whoever that ref was, you've seen thousands of these. These men are not going to quit, and they're fine. If he already said he could see 2, he saw 2, and let's get it going. Crossover. Bro, thoughts?
Man, this fight was phenomenal. I mean, first round, order by eye is completely shut. I'm just like, please don't even bring the doctor in because the doctor's going to be like, nah, he can't see anything. I was pleased when they let it go back. And then literally when Orobai came back in the second round, he just went after Rebecky. Because, I mean, Rebecky came out on the pressure in the first round, and then he slowed down a little bit in the second round, and I had it 1-1 going into the third. And then I think in round 2, that's when Rebecky got that cut, and he started bleeding all over the place too. And then round 3, it literally was like who had the most gas left, who had the strongest will, and who just wanted it more. And it was a lot of fun. I think they got it right. Shout out to Rebecky, man. Like, the dude got some grit, but Orobai, he fought tough too.
Bro, I honestly forgot about that cut that he received right above the eye too, mid-second round. Going into the third round, like my boy Lane saying at the bottom, these two came out literally fighting to the death at the beginning of that third round.
Bro, that boy was dripping like a knackered Fred shit. I mean, it was going everywhere. Like, it was unreal. See, when you're seeing that by the end of the night and you were looking at the canvas when that main event was walking out, it was like, God damn. God damn.
Yo, how about the doctor doing this when he was covering his eye? He left a little gap in there. He was like, "How many fingers?"
That's how the ball was there, man. Like the hematoma under the eye. Yeah, that was a nasty fight. That was a nasty fight.
And like DC said, always guess two. Always guess two, bro. For the most part, doctors hold up 2 or 3. That's all they're gonna hold up. I don't know Western if he guessed, but if he did, shout out that guess, bro. Ola, now that you're back here, bro, can you please take back that Dan Ige statement and put it on this fight, please, so we can get going?
Yeah. This is the best fight of the night. This is the best fight of the night.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I gotta put on this fight, man. This fight was, like they said, fight to the death type shit. I haven't seen a scrap like that in a long fucking time.
Bro,
yeah, that was savage. That was a savage.
I'm telling y'all, that could legit be top 3 fights of the year. Like when we get down to it, Alex Pereira, Roundtree, these two boys, Gaethje, Holloway, thousands of more fights. This could be in that top 5 for the boys.
It'll be up there. This
on the prelims. This is why you watch the prelims, folks. You fucking casuals that tune into the main card. This is why you watch the prelims.
I honestly don't get why people don't watch the prelims like this.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Prelims is where it's at, bro. You can't.
Bro, sometimes the prelims better than the damn main card altogether.
Sometimes it's better than some pay-per-view cards.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, people are sleeping, and if you did miss out, you fucked up because that was a fucking war. Now, let's get back to Dan Ige and Lerone Murphy because they did have a great fight, but nothing compared to what we saw, boys. Lerone Murphy is still undefeated. Honestly, I love the way this dude fights. This dude never gives up. He comes in and gives it everything he has. He's kind of racking up them names now, man. Barboza, Ige. Damn, I'm thinking I forgot his fight before Barboza. But he's racking up some names, bro, and he's getting great performances, and he is honestly taking these to decision. But, dude, he's putting these guys in wars, man.
Yeah,
McDane,
man. He's got Gabriel Santos on his resume. Josh Culibao.
Culibao.
Nathaniel Wood?
Yeah. Nathaniel Wood. Landwehr. You know.
Damn, he beat Landwehr?
Yeah, he's got No, that was a fight that was supposed to happen. Marquand Amekani as well. Finished him. Douglas Silva. He's got some names on his resume. He's been around for a minute, but it's just one of those fights that you just the way I see his fights, they're not always that like full of fucking excitement like that. You know what I mean? He's a silent assassin, just like kind of like how Liam Edwards fight.
He getting that Mobsar Evil treatment.
That type of fighter.
Fuck Mobsar Evil.
For me, I don't always get that excited.
Bitch ass playing the hand to the ground.
But with Dan Ige, you know when Dan Ige comes to fight, he's leaving everything in the octagon, bro. You know what I mean? He brought the fight to Lerone. He turned Lerone into a wrestler. I was starting to watch along and say, oh, you're a wrestler now.
Come on, bro. That man's a legit black belt. Lerone Murphy is a legit black belt.
We ain't never
when he was
seen
down
it.
On the ground, he was throwing up that triangle and everything.
Ige dragged it out of him. We ain't never seen it until Ige dragged it out of him. You know what I mean?
Man's talking big on Ige now. Who did you pick?
Shut up, man.
Who did you pick?
Came with the fight, bro. You know what I mean? I picked
Ige. Who was on your betting slip?
I picked Ige, bro.
Who was
no, man, you know what I mean?
Who was on that parlay though? Yeah, who was on that parlay?
Hey, you such a fucking snitch, bro. You know? I ain't sure you my parlay no more. But that nigga, I love that nigga, man, and that type of performance that he put in was one of the reasons that I always ride for him, and yeah, I want to see him in the octagon again. I don't know when, but he should be getting some bonus for that fight. That scrambling that we saw from them two, that's some high level shit, man, from both of them. You know what I mean? Not just to Dan Ige, but to Lerone Murphy as well, because I didn't know he was black belting like that. But goddamn, Dan Ige brought it out of him, because I ain't never seen that side of him. Now that I know he's got that in his locker, I'll look, you know what I mean? I'll look out for a little bit more. I want to see more of that.
Yeah. Crossover?
So for me, bro, this fight was phenomenal. Like Ige coming out, dropping Lerone Murphy in the first round, and Lerone Murphy was so close to getting stopped. So close, like just scrambling, just trying to move, grab on to something, do something. Like if you showing that you trying to do something, I'm glad the ref let it go, because then Murphy comes out and wins round 2. And then round 3 was literally, all right, Ige gets a takedown. He's on top. Then Murphy scramble. He gets on top. And I mean, it was just back and forth. And I honestly think Lerone Murphy, and then I think they ended up on their feet towards the end of the third. And then like Lerone Murphy landed a few shots. And I thought that really was the difference. Like when they made it back to their feet towards the end of the round, Lerone Murphy was still throwing. And hell of a fight, though. I loved it.
Yeah, bro. It was amazing. It was honestly, literally, I can't even just sit here for another 5 minutes and just say exactly what y'all just said, but y'all are nailing it. I mean, exactly like that. From Lerone Murphy's point of view, from Dan Ige's point of view, because what sucked is we had to go from that amazing fight to this next fight. And I'm not going to lie to you, folks. We didn't spend a whole lot of time watching this next fight. We were too busy discussing crumpets and gorditos. If you haven't already tuned into the Fight Week show, these boys right here are doing some big things. We were on a watch companion. Go back and rewatch that, folks. But also, this was the fight where you go get you something to eat like crumpets and gorditos. This was not the greatest fight we saw. Crossover. I'm going to come to you first, bro. Kind of your performance on Magomed, what you see next for him, and just what you thought about the fight overall, bro.
So I'll start with the fight. I'm gonna put this on Alexander Rakic, man. Like it just seems like him getting finished against Yuri, like he didn't want to step in the pocket. Like he wanted to keep everything at range, move around. He didn't really take any risk to try and land anything of consequence or do any type of damage to Magomed Ankalaev. To Ankalaev's credit, he was coming forward. It's just Ankalaev was just on his bike the whole entire fight. And that's pretty much all I got to say about the fight. Going forward, though, I mean, we know what's next for Ankalaev. Like, he's going to get the Alex Pereira fight. But I will say this. I think a lot of people just look at Ankalaev. They see, oh, he's from Dagestan. He's from Russia. He's just going to wrestle. He doesn't wrestle like that, people. Like, this dude's a striker, and he became a wrestler when Jan Blachowicz was eating his legs up with leg kicks.
Ooh.
And I think when he get in there with Alex, man, he gonna be trying to strike and might be another victim to the death touch.
Bro. So before I even move on, who do you see next for him then? Do you see Alex next for him, or do you see him having to do one more fight?
Yeah, I think that's the fight they're gonna make. I mean, I know Dana said it, but you can't really trust what Dana says. But I think, because I mean, he's like on an 11 or 13 fight unbeaten streak. So I mean, light heavyweight is so shallow. Like you gotta put him in there. It's kind of like Bilal Muhammad at 170 when he had that win streak, and it was like he is the guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Exactly.
And now he's our fucking champion. Shout out Leon Edwards. But crossover. Or not crossover, I'm sorry. Ola, what was your thoughts, bro? And kind of the same question.
Yeah, like we said, you know, we talked about food and some other shit that ain't relevant to the fighting throughout the fight.
Shout out.
Yeah, they were throwing. Yeah, they were. You know, we could see them throwing hands, and you know, Ankalev was doing a lot of the chasing, a lot of the stalking, a lot of the walking down. But the one thing as well that he had in his mind was, I'm not going to shoot a takedown here because Dana done already told me to get this title fight, don't do no grappling. So I'm just going to walk this brother down and try and strike with him, which is one of the things that he brought up in his post-fight interview. Look, it's another one that you look and you say, oh, exciting fighter. You don't really get that from Ankalev. You know what I mean? You don't look at him and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to give him title and I'm going to hang my 205 marketing and branding and carrying the division on this guy. You know, that's not what you want. But that's what UFC got at the moment, right? He's got to go see Poatan, and who knows? He might turn into a wrestler like Lerone Murphy did against Ige. You know what I mean? Sometimes some things just pull it out of you, and you never know. Ankalev might just, you know, you might just get in there and get to some grappling with Poatan because there's a title at stake. So don't think you're just gonna go there and strike with him. If he feels the need to take his ass down, he very well probably do that. And like I said, with title at stake, who knows? I don't think Dana wants him to even get anywhere near the title, which is why he keeps giving him all these other random fights and making him fight another one. But eventually, there's still where else to go. Like Leon Edwards said, 11 fucking wins in a row. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta give me the fucking title. You gotta give me a title shot. So
yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'd see next for him.
Yeah, McDane.
Fuck, the boys covered everything. I mean, whilst we were watching the fight, I didn't know who was winning, how many strikes I landed, how many takedowns had been gone for. I know that Rakic got turned into a fucking wrestler, though. Even he was going for a takedown over Magomedov. Like, it was weird, but yeah, we were talking pinto beans, gorditos, and crumpets, bro. Jax was changing the locks. Fuck out. I can't remember anything about that fight, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, but that, again, that tells you Alex will bring in the pay-per-view buys, but Ankalaev ain't bringing in no pay-per-view buys. Like, we ain't fucking watching that fight. I mean, I wasn't even interested at all. I was like, whoever wins, wins. It is what it is. But
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly,
UFC don't want him anywhere near that belt, bro. They don't want him anywhere near it.
No, bro. We can't have a division, or we can't have champions just full of wrestlers, bro, that aren't exciting. But boys, before we move on, because not a whole lot of thoughts. Crossover and Ola Lily nailed it. Any other thoughts on this fight, boys, before we get to the real shit?
No. I think we put it out there, man. I think we covered it.
Let's go ahead and have therapy. Let's get this over with. Folks, we've took up an hour and a half of your time. If you're still here, we appreciate you more than you know. Like and subscribe to the channel and the boys as well. Thank y'all for still being here with us. And here we are.
Nah, you ain't moving like that, brother. You ain't moving like that.
Who wants to take this? Whoever wants it, go ahead.
Give it the crossover.
Go
He's
ahead.
ready.
Look at this motherfucker.
So I mean, coming into this fight,
He done us dirty, man. He's done us dirty, bro. He's done us dirty, man.
So
I'm surprised he never came in with the chin strap bed and everything on him, man. Like,
yeah, man. Yeah, brother. So
I smash everybody. I kill everybody.
Yeah. So I've been fully on board the Khamzat Chimaev hype train. So I was fully on board. And I'm gonna be honest, guys. I wanted Khamzat to absolutely maul Whittaker coming into this fight, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, like, leading up into the fight week, like hearing Khamzat and like he's more. You can tell, man, him going through all the sickness and all the adversity. People don't realize, man, it's gonna make him a better fighter. He's gonna be a little more calculated now. He's not gonna be as emotional in there. Because when he was grappling with Whittaker, he wasn't just using a lot of energy. Because, I mean, I was watching it, and it literally looked like Khamzat can do that for 15, 25 minutes, no problem. He wasn't exerting a lot of energy.
No, he can't, bro.
No, he can't. Getting back in there with Usman on that 25-minute run, bro, you're going to get different results.
You need to take them shades off, brother. You're blind as shit. Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
I'll go call you out on that, bro.
Nah, it's all good. The man has made changes.
He ain't doing that. We know he ain't doing that.
You know what? Y'all are right. Because he don't have to do it. He getting guys out of there in the first round. He ain't gotta go 25 minutes. He ain't gotta go 25 minutes. You see it?
You just said he could do it for 15, 25 minutes, and I said we said no, we can't. So if you say first round, all right, yeah, you got it. But on the 15, 25-minute thing, no, we calling bullshit on that. You know what I mean?
Usman and Gilbert Burns got something else to say about 15-minute fights for that, man. You know what I mean?
All I know is they took L's. That's all I know. They took L's. That's all I know.
You're shameless, bro. I dig
Hey,
it. Man. I love it.
I'm
I love
not
it.
gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Very rarely do I disagree with my Americans and rock with the boys from across the pond, but I'm really just disappointed at this point. I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I don't, I'm just disappointed.
And I gotta add one thing. Khamzat Chimaev should get the next title fight at middleweight. It shouldn't be Sean Strickland. We already saw it. Nobody cared. 197 was a snoozer.
Oh my God.
Throw Khamzat Chimaev in there with DDP.
You know what? I agree with you. You know what? I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. I did say that on the night. Y'all don't want it though. I think Yao was kind of worried still. You know, he was trying to swerve that.
Oh,
fight.
Yao scared.
No. Yao was going off, but Yao was going off, and he was buzzing about the Khamzat win. But then, as soon as DDP got put into the conversation, he was like, "Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, bro, Khamzat should be next, man. Let's get Khamzat DDP." They're like, no. It's got to be Sean. I'm like, bro, we already seen that. Let's see Khamzat DDP. He's like, no. I say, yes. Motherfucking yes. That should be the next fight.
That's the fight to make.
McDane, come on, bro. Can someone speak sense here?
So this is the first fight I haven't actually picked Khamzat to win in one of his fights. And again, from what I mentioned a second ago, with Gilbert Burns and Usman, and this being a 5-round fight.
Hey, shout out
Rob
Chris.
having the grappling that he does have. Yeah, I mean, that man was surviving up until the point his fucking teeth ended up in his throat. Like, and dude tapped so quick we never even knew what happened. And then we seen the aftermath, and it was like, God damn. Like, was it pre-fractured from a punch and then he snapped it with his arm, or was it just the immense pressure that's just... Bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's what his new nickname should be, is fucking Khamzat the Dentist Chimaev. But when I was watching it, like, yeah, he was getting mauled. But he does that to absolutely everybody. And as long as they can survive that first round, it's a different story going into the second and third, because he fucking burns himself out. Regardless of what my brother Jay Crossover says, this man burns himself out going into the second and third round. And if that made it past those rounds, Rob was going to start turning it on him, bro. Like, he really was going to start putting the work in him. But hats off, you can't take it away from the man. He fucking broke his teeth.
Bro. Yeah, it was one of the things that I said, going into this fight. And I thought, with the grappling situation they got now, while I was watching it live, I said, Robert would have factored this into the fight. Just survive the first round. Just survive the ragdolling. Because that's what I thought was going to happen. Just a little bit of a ragdolling, maybe 10-8. But Robert survives it and then starts to put it on him and try and get him into deep waters. Khamzat didn't let that happen.
Bro, I'm still getting people commenting on Twitter at me today about that post that I put up. You know
the bookmarks you got. How's your Twitter page been going?
I'm glad my phone fucking broke today. I'll tell you that. These motherfuckers can suck a dick.
Oh shit. Well,
it ain't that deep. Some people come back moving mad, and you just like, bro, it's a pick. Like, get a grip. Yeah, I mean, like, Jesus Christ, I can wipe both fighters and have to pick one of them. Like, I ain't asked. Like,
yeah.
At this point, I'm starting to think crossover is born in Chechnya and Spain, because my man is not rocking with no Americans or any Australians who are good people. He's rocking with these fucking cheaters who need an hour and a half extra to cut weight, and a fucking guy from Spain who
No. I would not allow you to.
Oh yeah, brother, I said it. Oh yeah, brother, I said it. He cheated.
I would not.
We should never go back to Abu Dhabi again. Worst commission, worst judging I've ever seen. The time zone sucks. The food sucks. I heard. Fucking the chairs are small. Fuck Abu Dhabi.
Jay, have a word, man. Have a word, man.
Side Island's done.
Are we gonna have this? Are we gonna have this? Like, come on, man. What are we talking here, man?
Jay has transformed.
They give you the best pay-per-views. They give you good time zones. Like, we watched it. What? Nice time over here in the UK.
For the UK people, they probably love like that.
Yo,
that
I love that shit.
For sure.
I love that
Absolutely.
Sucked, bro.
No, I fucking hate that shit, brother.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
man, I love
I've
that,
got
man.
a little girl that's almost 3 years old. I normally work until 4 o'clock on a Saturday. Like, you starting fights that early?
I've had to
You
serve
owe
my
me some
time like
money,
you had
son.
to serve your time,
Nah,
bro.
you
know
owe
what I
me
mean?
some money,
Serve your
son. Like,
time,
I had to
Serve
clock
your
out
time, bro.
unpaid.
Serve your
I had
time.
to kick
I've
the
had to serve
missus
my time.
and the kid out of the
Go ahead.
house.
Keep going.
I had to do chores to make up for that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Order
bro,
Domino's. You had to order Domino's by yourself.
I never even ordered Domino's, man.
You were shoving some chili. What about that fucking chili you were shoving?
During this fight, I was off camera and I was fucking. You'd have been thinking I was eating ass, son. I was fucking covered in sauce, bro. Like, honestly, see if you'd see me on the stream if I'd left the camera. And all
have
you'd
a whole wash.
is me like this. I wasn't even using a fork or nothing, bro. It was just I was like, I was fucking starving and I was just stuffing wham done meat into my face. I had cabbage coming out of my fucking chops. Swear to God, chili sauce running out of man's nose and everything. Like, I had to go and wash my face after it.
Yeah, we just lost 7 viewers. But boys, before we get to this heartbreaker, because I know we've been on for an hour and a half. I know it's probably midnight over there for you boys. The people watching, we big appreciate you for being here.
Man, fuck this fight. Cut the screen.
Get the picture off. Get the picture off. We know who it is. We know who fought. We know who is going. I was gonna say one more thing about Hamzat, but I guess let's just get into this. Who wants crossover? You started. You know, this is your party. You're here to fucking enjoy your life.
No, you can come back to me. Let the other guys get their sorrows out. Man.
You know what? We'll save crossover for last. Because these DMs I got from crossover, I need to get pulled up. I need to show y'all what this man's been sending me for the last 48 hours. Ola, go ahead because I gotta mute myself and go cry.
This one hurt me, man. This was my dog of the week. I didn't see it happening like this, bro. I thought Max was doing well. He had everything locked. Dropped Ilya. You know what I mean? And I thought, oh. This like how look at this. Look at this. This is despicable. This is
crossover. This is crossover. Shit he sent me.
Man. Right? Max did well the first 2 rounds. You know what I mean? I had the 2018 going into the second round. I mean going into the third. Bro. I don't know where that power came from. I guess he's always had it. Like he said,
it's those combos.
He's fucking left-handed.
Those combos.
Everything he says just happened like he says it does, and you gotta start showing fucking Ilya some respect, man. You know what I mean? This brother got power like that, but to put somebody like Max away like that in that fashion, bro. Yeah, man, that broke my heart, man. That broke my heart. But if there's anyone that really understands putting somebody in that situation as well, Max will understand it. You know what I mean? Just like Usman did when he got knocked out, and he said, "Listen, when I did that to Masvidal, I get it. I get the feeling." And Max will understand it because he just did that to Gaethje. But what a finish from Ilya, man. He's good. The crazy thing is how well-rounded he is. The way he snatched Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty. Mm-hmm. Like the way I didn't see that coming. Like Thug Nasty does that to people. You don't do that to him. And Ilya just did it with like ease, effortless. You know?
In a bad way too, bro. That man's body was convulsing, yeah. I mean, like,
you know, Bryce Mitchell started coming up with some excuses weeks later about how he got the flu and all this
flat earth, the poles are off and shit. And...
what the fuck?
You know?
No. This man's just gonna keep going.
I'm not gonna allow this. I'm not gonna allow this. Second round, end of second round, I was saying, how dare Ilya say he was the best boxer in the fucking UFC?
Who shot first? Hey, who shot first?
Yeah,
you know
who's the bitch?
I didn't see a fucking takedown from Max.
The first
fuck
one
Ilya.
The first one to what was
drop
the word?
Max? Shoot.
What shoot the bitch?
Shoot.
That one.
Yeah, first one shoots a bitch.
Man. You know what I mean?
Oh, you saw that, man? Fuck crossover, dude. What the fuck?
You know what I mean? But we saw what happened, man. We saw what happened. Ilya's got that power, man.
I can't
He
take
can
this
use
guy
it
much
whenever
more.
he wants. He can use it whenever he wants.
Bro, McDane, go ahead. Go ahead. I honestly might not even talk about this. We might just end it right after you talk.
So yeah, like you were saying, I had at 10-18 as well. Like Max was putting it on him in those first 2 rounds. Like Ilya was really struggling with the range. He was clearly just like waiting his time. He was making his reads. Like people are talking about his combos. You know what I mean? Like he was putting in 2-piece combos moving into that second round. That third round, he started watching how Max was circling out. He started working in the 3-punch combos. And that 3-punch combo was what got it done for him. Yeah, I mean, but just like he done against Volkanovski too. 3-punch combo. It might have even been a 4-punch combo that he put up against Volkanovski. And it's literally, it just goes to show his fight IQ. The man's the real deal. And it hurts. Hurts to say it. Still can't believe that's how it went down and that's how he went out. I mean, early stoppage. But bro, like, damn, son.
See,
I know.
Yesterday, you boys know that it was the time change over here. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know if it was because the clocks went back an hour, but yeah, that Sunday was the longest Sunday I have ever experienced in my life. I was like Pablo Escobar, that meme of him just sitting by the pool, staring at the wall in the kitchen. Like, bro, yesterday was a long ass day. And like I said in the chat, my cousin Robbie messaged me and was like, I don't know if I want to watch the UFC anymore. I was like, I don't know if I do either, bro. Like, I might just go and start watching some regional shit and not come back ever again. It was a sore one. It was a sore one.
Bro, I didn't even. I'm with you, bro. I was watching the Texans yesterday, just in pure sadness. Nobody came over. I didn't want nobody to come over. I sparked up my joints and I just sat here listening to recaps and having to look at memes from crossover down there. Just
I never went and looked at shit yesterday, and I was listening to the press conference. As soon as Ilya came onto the press conference, I turned that shit off. I ain't listening to you. I ain't listening to you speak Spanish for the next 45 minutes. Begging yourself up because you got a wacky left hand. Fuck.
Yeah, right, I couldn't do it. I didn't listen to none of it, bro. Like, yeah,
I almost did. I
was done with MMA.
This recap. I was about to say I almost didn't want to even do this recap today.
I was done with MMA.
Do I do this? Folks, do we get to this man at the bottom or do we just wrap it up right there?
We gotta let him have his piece, bro. We gotta let him have his piece. Yeah, I mean, like, Ilya's the real deal. He knocked out Max Holloway, who hasn't lost to anyone unless your name is fucking Alex Volkanovski, and he sparked that man too in the same year. I mean, like, what more can you say? But you can sit there with your shades on, son. I'm looking forward to what you've got to say. But you better give Max his flowers for those first 2 rounds.
I swear to God.
You can't deny it.
So all I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say a few things. So to start the fight, Ilya comes out to the center, points down, like, what's up? Like, you want to go? Like, what's up? I'm about that life. Are you about that life? And Max wanted no parts of it, and you guys ended up saying why. The best boxer in the UFC knew what time it was. And I'll give it to you. Yes, Max was looking good the first 2 rounds, but
I'm done.
You can't do that to that man. McDade, you cannot do
So I'll say this. Max was looking good the first 2 rounds, but I was seeing it a little different. I thought Ilya had Max exactly where he wanted him. He was sticking to the leg kicks in the first round. Max was moving around the octagon a lot, circling a lot, getting in, getting out. And the leg kicks were just starting to add up. Then we get to round 2. Max starts to slow down a little bit more. Keep going to the leg kicks, keep going. Because ultimately the plan was slow Max down so he'll be right in front of me and I can let my combinations go and I can show everybody what got me to the dance. And ultimately that's what happened. You know, that's and then on top of it, I think because he went after Max the same way he went after Volk, because he just didn't fear their power in their hands. Like Ilya was just like, I'm just coming towards you because you don't have enough power to back me off of you. And eventually, you know, that the straight right hand that really started it all, Ilya actually had another sequence like a little prior to that, and it was the exact same setup. And he was ready for it. and then he unleashed it. And then when he clipped him with the right hand, everybody knew what time it was. You know, once Mac got backed up against the cage, it was a wrap. Caught him with the left hook. Good night, Irene. It is what it is.
I just want everybody to read that image on the screen for a couple seconds.
I told you this guy gave me Yao vibes, man. This is
100% Yao vibes.
This is the type of shit I was talking about right here. I'm telling you, man. This brother give me Yao vibes, man. Shout out Keith.
I mean,
hey, I look at it like this, guys. I look at it like this.
Go ahead.
I look at it like this, guys. The biggest compliment you can give to your stars in MMA, you send them out on their shield, man. That's the most respect you can give them. Put them in there with the new lions, the new hungry lions. And you know, if they go out on their shield, they go out on their shield. It's the game. It's the game we play, and we love to see it.
You can't disagree with that. You can't disagree with that.
Damn, son, my man.
Hey, crossover's jacked, son. Hey, crossover's jacked.
Like I said, you know, you gotta get on board. I said it from earlier on. Get on board, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Ilias backed us in that corner, bro. You gotta get on board, man. You can't.
I'm gonna be.
Not get on board.
Ola, do not start taking this man's side. I hear you over there. No. I hear you. I fucking hear you. You're really sounding like you're leaving, and you're fucking over here with him.
Volk. This
I don't
man
sound like
is
it.
shameless.
Oh,
shameless.
you shameless motherfucker!
I told you from the beginning.
I got a legit question.
I told you from the beginning, bro.
I got a legit question, guys. Would y'all rather see Volk and Max lose to somebody not worthy, or would y'all want to see them lose to a fighter that's gonna be able to reign over the division, guys?
Where's that comment? Where's that comment? Bring that back up. Right here. Right here. Keep that up the whole show. Honestly, you know what? It didn't make sense why Max even went down to 145. Because even if he did beat Ilya, what was going to happen next? You rematch Volk for the 4th time. Max needed a reason to be at 155.
No, Max needed to win this to go and see.
Oh, I know that. Trust me. I fucking know he needed to win this. Yeah. But I'm trying to find a positive at the end of the tunnel.
And now he still can go back to 155.
No, Makachev wants to stay with the belt, not without the belt. You know what I mean?
No, he came down, and now you know we got the undisputed featherweight champion and the BMF champion all at 145.
Max still gonna get fights. I mean, there's some fun fights at 55 for him. Max still gonna get fights. You know what I mean? So, hey. No, shout out to Max, man. That was disappointing. That one there hurts. That one hurts bad.
It hurts bad, bro.
Bad.
It's
like really bad.
Like I'll be honest with y'all. The last time I was that fucked up over a fighter losing was seeing Chuck Liddell get knocked out by Rampage. Bro, Max got knocked out. We got off that companion, and I didn't do nothing for the rest of the day. It was like 5:30. I was done for the rest of the day. And honestly, I'm right there with you, McDane. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
The Usman finish got me like that, bro. The Usman finish got me like that.
Oh, with Leon Edwards?
The Leon Edwards. Yeah. Usman whooped his ass for 4 rounds, bro. You just needed a minute to go. And I was running my mouth, bro. Like that got me, bro. And Leroy was there celebrating. I don't know if you lot seen the clip.
No, I haven't.
It was a fantastic horrible shot.
Is it really?
Horrible. Oh, it's amazing.
Leroy
it's amazing.
punished me for that one, bro.
Amazing.
Yo,
I'll share it in the chat. Oh wait, no, I can't even share it in the chat because my phone's fucking broke. I was actually gonna suggest getting a crossover into the WhatsApp if you wanted to join, but the way this man's moving tonight, the DMs that he's been sending to people already, the shit he's been tagging us all in on Twitter. You know what I mean? Like, bro.
We'll get crossover in, but
bro. See the gifs that he tagged me in on Twitter. I was just like, fuck this, man.
Oh, you should see my DMs, brother. You should see my direct messages. I almost told this man, hey, we're not even doing a recap show today. Don't worry about it. We'll do it next week.
It's all good. There's gonna be another time where somebody I really like, they get knocked out, and y'all gonna have it on me, and I would expect nothing less. So it's all good.
I look forward to that day, bro. I look forward to that. As the boy told you, I'm shameless, bro. You know what I mean? And I will embrace that fuckery. No doubt about that, man.
Hey, and I will
you
show up.
decide.
I'll show up, and I will take all of it. I'll show
All
up.
right.
Fucking
Oh, you
enemy
wait till
behind state lines over there. Yeah, I mean, like,
Bro,
God
I
damn.
didn't know this man was moving like that. I was like, oh, this man's with us. Cool dude, fellow Texan. He knows what's going down. This man is a fucking traitor. This man is a traitor. And honestly, like I said at the beginning, I'm not
I bet he
upset
votes.
with him.
I bet he votes
Disappointed.
Kamala Harris too.
He votes Harris. Crossover votes for Harris. Host for Harris. And that's going to be crossover. We don't need that anymore, crossover. Respect
Cross
the game.
hose for Harris.
Yeah. Folks.
Shit.
Folks,
Hey,
we're about
somebody
get
got
out
to
of
come
here.
in here and speak the gospel, man. You know. Somebody got to come in here and preach the gospel.
That Spanish gospel, yeah. God
That's what I'm
damn.
saying, dude. It's so hard for me to wrap this up because when we get off from here, I'm just gonna rethink about this. I was over it. I had a busy day today. I forgot Max even fought Ilya, and now I'm just thanks, thanks, boys. Folks, before we get out here, is there anything left you boys want to say? And I can't wait to wear shades next week. I'm gonna wear the most ridiculous shades I've ever found in my life. I'm gonna go to Goodwill, buy the craziest shades, put a Hawaii flag on the frames in both images. I want to be able to see. I'm gonna have Hawaii in the middle of my frames.
It sounds like a charity
I
shop,
should have
man.
got some roses and came on here like Ilya with some roses in the octagon for y'all, man. Just had enough roses to go around everybody.
Is Goodwill a charity shop? It sounds
It
like
is.
a charity shop.
It is.
Nice. Okay.
But you'll see it. You'll see me with some Goodwill shades next week.
Yeah, man.
Folks,
Let's get it.
we've had y'all here for almost 2 hours. You have no idea how much I appreciate y'all and sticking around for the boys' first live today. But more than that, I appreciate these boys for joining me today, giving me their time. I know it's damn near midnight in London. It's late as fuck over here in Texas for us, bro. And is there any last words you boys want to get off your chest? Starting with McDane. We're going to save crossover for last. I'm kind of over his opinions now. McDane, give me now. You have to check out this man's show. This man has some of the best edits in the game. McDane, give me your thoughts, bro.
Fuck crossover.
I love it. I love it.
Give me all the smoke. Nah, it's been fun, guys. Cheers. You've pulled me out of my rut a little bit.
Hey, we got the boy back.
Still gonna be. See, once I get off this, I'm gonna be like, fucking man, that stream sucked ass. This phone's still not fucking working yet. I mean, like, but hey ho, go and check out my latest interview, people. I've got some more content coming out tomorrow. Boom.
My man is finally back.
I need to go and do some fucking voice shit for Jax too.
My man is finally back too. Also, same here. My man is finally back. He just dropped an interview today. Hadn't dropped an interview in a while. My man's back at the game. McDane, drop that fighter before I move over to Ola and what his name was.
Cy Porter, UK FC MMA, fighting out at IPC Wrexham. Head coach is Aaron Abe, who's about to fight Zumagulov, former UFC fighter, at Octagon in somewhere in Europe. Can't remember where.
That's a great plug. If y'all don't already know this man's podcast, The Rambling Dad, as you see at the top scrolling by, The Rambling Dad is going to be McDane over there to the right. This Scottish fucking...
Hold up.
While we're holding up, Ola, give me your final thoughts, brother.
Yeah, man. Final thoughts. Shara. Keep Izzy's name out of now.
I'm leaving. I'm out the chat. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here no more. I'm leaving.
Yo.
Ola, give me your final thoughts. I'm about to take this man off the stage.
No, for real. Yeah, we're working on Dust Up Shakedown coming up on Wednesday, prediction show on Friday, and check out some of the content that we put on there, the watch-alongs, and we're going to be having a few interviews with some of the EFC fighters that got pay-per-view coming up. They got EFC 119 coming up. Black Panther is going to be headlining it. We got our boy Big Shot Blami Unsua is going to be fighting on that card. Adrian Sanchez is going to be fighting on that card. There's a whole bunch of them that's going to be on that card, man. So keep it locked on the Fight Week show, people. And big love as well for the invite as well, Sterling.
Brother, always down to have you on. And like y'all see, folks, same thing with him at the top right. He's coming in right there. The Fight Week show. That's going to be my man, Ola. And I guess this man deserves a final thought as well. So Let's go to this fellow Spain, Abu Dhabi, Chechnyan born crossover. What was your thoughts, bro? And give us a workout here.
Man, I thoroughly enjoyed UFC 308. Phenomenal fight card. I guess I'm just happy, you know, the first time being on the pod, man. I had a great time with you boys, man. Look forward to doing it more times for sure. Definitely had a great time. Check me out, you know, in the chat, Crossover MMA on YouTube, all the social media platforms. I'm still fairly new to YouTube, but, you know, we're doing it, trying to put out the content, and just come check me out.
Folks, if you want to demonetize them, go ahead and do it. It's the prize for all of us. We're about to be out of here. We appreciate y'all more than you know. Thank y'all so much for joining S-Dogs MMA Talk. By the way, crossovers at the very bottom. You see it going by right there, folks. And if you ain't liked and subscribed to S-Dogs MMA Talk, you're fucking up. Y'all have a great day, folks, and enjoy the rest of your life.
Peace.
Peace.